Hello Star Wars collectors. In this video, we're going to show you our picks for next year's Star Wars The Black Series Archive Wave 3. Stay tuned. Dave and Alex here from the Hyperspace Vault. Thank you for joining us on another video. Today's video, we're going to be talking about the Black Series Archive Wave 3 that's coming out in 2021. As you know, Hasbro had a fan vote back in May to select one of the figures that's going to be in that wave. And the fan vote, the figure that won the fan vote was Commander Cody. And I've done a little mock-up here of Commander Cody, of what he might look like in the archive packaging. If they decide to stay with this packaging. I have a feeling that they'll change this packaging, just like the new Black Series packaging has changed for next year. So I have a feeling they'll change the archive packaging too. So Commander Cody is the first figure that's going to be in Wave 3, and archive figure waves have been 4 figures, so that leaves 3 figures, and me and Alex are going to choose 3 figures each of what we think that the rest of the wave will be, what figures that we think they should make in the rest of the wave. Now, Commander Cody won the fan vote, and some of you guys out there were disappointed in that. I know that a lot of the people wanted a human like figure to win. That way you could get a new face sculpt and that digital printing technology on you know, the figures that were in the selection. But we're quite happy with Commander Cody, because actually I've never seen this figure on the shelf anywhere, like in any of the shops that we go to, or any of the places we go. And he's very expensive right now on the secondary market. Let's take a look at some of those prices that we did a screen grab off eBay. There's one $140, another one $120. So it looks like you're going to be paying over $100 for this figure that came out in, I believe, 2013, $155. So that is just crazy prices on the secondary market.
Very expensive, very rare.
So it'll be a nice addition to the archive line to pick him up for retail price. All right, here is Alex's first pick. Alex?
So I think they should remake Han Solo and the Stormtrooper disguise, because the last one that they did, the face wasn't really that good, so now they could update it with the photoreal face, and they can also improve the Stormtrooper armor and the helmet, because they did improve those for the new Black Series, so for the new Phase 4, so maybe they could redo that as well.
Yeah, that helmet needs to be downsized. One of the bad things about that figure was the helmet was like oversized.
Yeah.
And let's take a look at what Han Solo Stormtrooper brings on the secondary market. He's going, you could probably get him for about $25 to $30 usually. He's kind of a common figure. We've seen this figure quite a bit in the different shops that we visit.
Yeah, not as rare or expensive as the Commander Cody that we saw earlier.
Okay, your second pick for Wave 3 is going to be
Luke Skywalker Hoth. Now, this figure, I think, really needs a big update, especially the face sculpt, and then the outfit could use a good update. Maybe you could put a little bit of soft goods in there if you can, but yeah, I think the like jacket part, and like there's the face right there, as you guys can see. It's kind of like
yeah, it definitely needs some work.
Yeah, it kind of looks more of a 3.75 inch figure than a 6-inch one, to be honest. But like that jacket on him could really use an update. It looks more like plastic than a actual like coat or jacket or whatever you want to call it. And there's the price for him.
Yeah, this figure originally came out with the Wampa. It was like a dual pack with a deluxe pack with a Wampa, so it does bring a premium on the secondary market. There's an open one for $42, but if you want it in the box, you're going to pay a lot more than that. There's one it's advertising for that one. Well, that one's saying loose too for $75.
Okay, next up on my list, another Luke Skywalker. We have Luke Skywalker Jedi Knight. And you might be thinking that we just got one of these in the newer Black Series line. But no, that was not Luke Skywalker Jedi Knight. Well, it was, but it was not from the scene where I'm talking about. It was from Jabba's palace. And this one right here in particular is from the Emperor's throne room. So I think this one could really use a big update. The hair doesn't really look as good as it should. The face sculpt definitely isn't that good. And then basically, like, the whole body itself needs a big redo. And here are the prices to this figure on the secondary market.
Yeah, this figure is going for around $50. Hasn't came down since the other one came out. So the other one is a little bit different with the tunic, and it doesn't have the black glove. So it's before Luke damaged his hand on Jabba's barge. So you can expect to pay about $50. Now, next up is my 3 picks for the Black Series Archive Wave 3. And I'm going to start out with a bounty hunter. And his name is Greedo. Greedo was released in Phase 1 back in 2013, and we haven't seen him since. Now, he was also in a special pack with with Han Solo. That was like a Comic-Con exclusive, and that pack was you could get it for really cheap, but it has really shot up lately. But Greedo is an excellent looking figure. I don't think they need to really do much updates to him. Maybe some new paint apps would improve his colors and stuff, but other than that, this figure looks really good as is, I think. And we hardly ever see this figure either on the secondary market in the shops that we visit. But you can see there that he already has some nice paint apps on that figure, and the sculpting is done really well for an early Black Series figure. Now, currently on the secondary market, it looks like he's going for around $70.
Yeah.
Which is quite expensive for this figure.
Yeah, pretty expensive, but still nowhere as near as Commander Cody, as you guys saw earlier, but still pretty expensive. But, you know, it is Phase 1. You don't see a lot of Phase 1 figures anymore.
There's one for $300.
Dang.
What? That is crazy. Okay, next up, we're going to be looking at Princess Leia Bush Disguise. Now, I really love this figure. This figure looks really cool, but it could use a new head sculpt and that digital paint technology to get Carrie Fisher's likeness, because this figure, when it was originally released, to me, doesn't have much Carrie Fisher likeness to it on that head sculpt. So I think this figure could definitely benefit from that digital paint technology. And the figure itself, I think, is very well as is. And I love that helmet. The helmet, they did a really good job on the helmet there. Now, on the secondary market, looks like this figure is between $50 and $60, which is really shot up there. Last time we saw this at Half Price Books, I think they wanted like $30 for $30 or $35 for it. But yeah, there's one for $80. So that's yeah, Princess Leia Bush is getting up there pretty high.
Yeah,
And my final pick is Han Solo Hoth. Now, Han Solo Hoth was originally released in Phase 2 with the Tauntaun. Is one of the deluxe packs like Luke Skywalker Hoth. And I'm really disappointed that we didn't get any of these new Hoth figures for the 40th anniversary of Empire Strikes Back this year. I thought for sure we'd get a few of those. I mean, we got the Rebel Soldier, but we didn't get Han or Luke reissued.
now we did get Snowtrooper Luke, but we're not talking about pilots. We're talking about like the snow outfits and the coats and stuff.
That figure there is pretty decent. It definitely needs a new head sculpt and that digital print technology. There is the packaging for the Tauntaun and Han Solo. Now, also, we got a Comic-Con exclusive in 2018 of Han Solo and Hoth Princess Leia. And that figure seen here has never had a wide release. It was exclusive to that Comic-Con pack, and I thought that they would release this figure later, and they never did. And we didn't even get it in the 40th anniversary collection either. So that was really puzzling, because usually whenever they do the Comic-Cons, they usually get a wider release later. So here we are. Looks like Han Solo, Hoth, and Tauntaun are going for $100 or more on the secondary market, which is really expensive. These things were like, I think, 40 bucks or 30 bucks when they came out. And then there's the Comic-Con exclusive pack, and it's a little bit cheaper. I recently saw it in a shop for $50. And so that's our picks for Wave 3 of the Archive Collection. As you know, the previous Archive collections came with 4 figures per wave. So that is our 3 figures plus Commander Cody. So hopefully we'll get some of these in the Archive Wave 3. It's scheduled to come out in early 2021. So we'll just have to see what Hasbro decides to make in that wave.
Yeah, I think our picks are really cool, especially since all of our picks are from the original trilogy, which we are both original trilogy fans. So I really hope these figures could get in the line, or at least one of them could. So yeah.
Alright, that wraps up this video. May the Force be with you.